Hey friends, welcome back to Unfeigned Christianity. This is Asher Whitmer, and this is the podcast where we sort through what does it look like to live faithfully, follow Jesus faithfully in the cultural moment that we're in. So we're wrestling through issues to find culturally aware, biblically nuanced, and Jesus embodying responses to our current day issues. This episode is a patron-only episode. So just as a heads up, only members of Unfeigned Christianity on Patreon will be able to access this episode. If you are not a member, I invite you to join. This is the number one way to support Unfeigned Christianity, the podcast, as well as the blog and the different resources that we develop through the blog and podcast. But much of our content we try to produce for free. I do monthly patron member only podcast episodes or articles that are explicitly for members, and particularly what I'm diving into recently is just lessons I've learned the hard way. It's kind of this is, you could say, the workbench of sorts, kind of fleshing things out, getting having a little more intimate reader feedback and engagement through the members of Unfeigned Christianity, and so it's kind of the raw portions that I'm not quite ready to just leave out for the public. But it's also stuff that maybe there's a topic, like if you listen to the last episode where I talked about the church is not as bad as I thought at first. This kind of dovetails off of that. And so we're going to be diving into 3 lessons I learned about spiritual abuse, lessons I learned the hard way. And when I mean lessons I learned the hard way, it was through some really hard experiences that I learned these lessons. It's not necessarily a failure versus success. Some of these, as I look at the content that I would like to produce in the coming months, there are a number of episodes like this, lessons about a particular thing that I learned the hard way. And some of them are failure and now success. But a lot of them are just some lessons I've learned through really hard experiences. And so I believe this is going to be truly valuable for the members of Unfeigned Christianity as well. It's not just like it's a sneak peek behind the scene, but it is truly beneficial in your own discipleship, in your own, this, quite frankly, it has a lot to do with spiritual leadership of the church, discipleship of young believers and so forth. And so, yeah, if you're not a member, you're interested in this episode, I invite you to take a look, to consider joining us. You have the ability to try the membership out for free for 7 days. And so if you wanted to, you could hop on, access this episode for free. It's sort of, I thought about, well, like, do I put it for free? Because then people can listen, they can just do the free thing all the time. And it's like, well, okay, whatever. Like if somebody really feels a need for what we're going to discuss, but they don't have the funds right now, let them hop on, do it for free, at least for this 1 week. But we're going to be looking at 3 lessons and then 3 responses, ways of pursuing health in light of these lessons. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of Unfeigned Christianity. And now for the rest of this episode, it will be for the member-only audience.